You don't mess with the Zohan follows Zohan Dvir, an Israeli counterterrorism agent with an unusual dream to become a hairstylist. Faking his own death, he sets out for New York City, blending action and comedy in a unique tale of identity, humor, and unexpected friendships. Zohan Dvir, an exceptional and benevolent Israeli counterterrorism operative, stands out as the most skilled and revered soldier in the Israel Defense Forces. Despite being weary and disenchanted by perpetual conflict, Zohan harbors a secret desire to relocate to the USA and pursue a career as a hairdresser. The turning point occurs during a barbecue hosted by Zohan when the IDF interrupts, assigning him a mission to thwart a Palestinian terrorist group led by his nemesis, Fadash the Phantom Hakbara, a Palestinian militant who also has extraordinary abilities. Despite his disappointment with the ruined party, Zohan views it as the opportune moment to abandon the IDF and relocate to America. Over dinner, Zohan shared his aspiration to become a hairstylist in America with his parents, but they laughed it off. The next morning, he was sent to the Lebanon border where Fadash was located, swiftly neutralizing the guards. During the chase, he stages his death, sneaking onto a New York City flight, adopting the alias Scrappy Coco, inspired by two dogs on the plane, and fabricating a background as half Australian, half Mount Everest. Meanwhile, the Phantom amasses wealth and fame for supposedly eliminating Zohan, establishing his own fast food enterprise called Mukentuchen. Initially rejected by several salons, Zohan's military skills win him a new friend, Michael, whom he helped during an argument on the street. Michael offers him a place to stay. However, Michael becomes upset upon discovering Zohan in an intimate situation with his mother, Gail. After finding out, Zohan invites him to join a disco. At a disco, Zohan meets a fellow Israeli named Uri, who recognizes him but agrees to keep his identity confidential. Uri brings him to a block in Lower Manhattan inhabited by Middle Eastern Americans, divided between a Palestinian side and an Israeli side of the street. Zohan endeavors to secure a job at a struggling salon owned by a Palestinian woman named Dalia. Initially, she only permits Zohan to sweep floors without charge. One day, when one of her stylists quits, Dalia has no choice but to let Zohan showcase his skills. Zohan has been honing his abilities with the assistance of Michael's mother and one of Dalia's stylists. She eventually lets him become a stylist after he impresses a senior lady with a satisfactory haircut and additional services in the back room. Zohan quickly gains renown among the older women in Lower Manhattan. Dalia's salon flourishes, irking Grant Wallbridge, a business tycoon attempting to displace local tenants for a mall project with a roller coaster. Upon dropping off two salon customers, Zohan is recognized by Salim, a Palestinian cab driver with a vendetta due to Zohan taking his goat. Recruiting his two other friends, they plan to attack Zohan. However, unable to succeed in a bombing plot, they reluctantly seek assistance from the Phantom. Salim attempts to blackmail the Phantom by threatening to reveal that he did not kill Zohan, finds himself on the losing end, eventually persuading the Phantom to come to New York in search of Zohan. While Zohan develops genuine feelings for Dalia, he confesses his true identity to Michael and his mother before approaching Dalia. However, after confessing to her, she rejects Zohan upon learning about his past as an Israeli counter-terrorist operative. Zohan parted ways with Dalia. The following day, Zohan decides to face off against Phantom in a hacky sack championship sponsored by Wallbridge, with Mariah Carey singing the national anthem. During the halftime break, Phantom headed to Mariah Carey's dressing room to meet her, and Zohan appeared to confront Phantom. Their fight is abruptly halted as news of an attack on the Middle Eastern bloc reaches Zohan, prompting his swift departure. Chaos ensues at the Middle Eastern bloc as Israelis and Palestinians point fingers at each other for the disaster. Both Zohan and Phantom join forces to extinguish a fire in a store. After dousing the flames, Phantom attacks Zohan, who chooses not to retaliate. Dalia emerges, disclosing that she is Phantom's sister. Following Zohan's reconciliation with Salim and the others, Dalia persuades her brother to collaborate with Zohan against the arsonists. The perpetrators are exposed to be white racist individuals hired by Wallbridge to incite an interethnic riot, allowing him to proceed with the construction of his new mall in the aftermath. While striving to rescue the bloc, Phantom confesses his desire to be a shoe salesman instead of a terrorist. They effortlessly defeated the villains and utilized their sonic power to disarm the last guy's bomb. However, Phantom went overboard, accidentally destroying all the shops. Wallbridge is apprehended by the police. With Israelis and Palestinians united, the block undergoes a transformation into a jointly owned mall named the Peace and Brotherhood Fire Insurance Mall. Uri reopens his electronics store with a fresh start. Phantom launches a shoe store named Fadish's Kickin' Shoes. Salim is happily reunited with his goat, offering children rides near trendy toddler. And Zohan and Dahlia establish a beauty parlor called Dallahan. Zohan and Dahlia, now married, embark on their new venture. Zohan's parents arrive, expressing their approval of his transformed life, and his father jokingly requests a haircut, which Zohan gladly provides. And the movie ends here. Thank you for watching, and I highly recommend watching the entire movie as it is incredibly enjoyable. If you haven't already, please consider subscribing to our channel, so you can stay updated and receive notifications whenever we upload new videos.